Hi guys, welcome to today's video. It's kind of a follow-up and re-inspiration of one of my classic videos talking about affirmations. I'm going to delve deeper today to explain to you the general concepts of how to use affirmations long-term, why it's important to keep them as they are, and the only times that you really should be changing them. What might those examples be in order to just really manifest successfully in the best possible way. I, by the way, disclaimer, have my hair slicked back today. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but it's too hot to wear it down. It's hair wash day and we're gonna go with this look for now. Even though it's boiling hot in this room, I'm not gonna lie, I had to get this video out for you guys. I'm motivated, I have so much to discuss, so stay tuned to hear all of my advice and also some quotes from some really amazing teachers about why you should stick with affirmations and repetition. So you can work with me one-on-one. I am a manifestation coach, as the title of my channel also suggests, and you can pay to work one-on-one, get all your manifestation questions and issues answered, and I can help you resolve everything. I can also offer kind of more group approach with my membership. For every month it's just £2.99 and you can cancel or re-sign up anytime you want. But yeah, for such a low price, I think it's amazing value what you guys get. So pause the video, take a look and click the join button below, or go through to my website if you would like to take a closer look at any of my coaching offers. Now let's get into the video. The main thing that really matters when you're manifesting and going through the process to create this new version of your reality is repetition. That is what really matters. So when it comes to affirmations, the true power lies in the repetition. The only significance of an actual affirmation is its wording. That is the only significance it holds, what you're actually saying that you have. It's the repetition that really is cementing that difference. It is the way in which you're using the affirmation that really matters the most. And the way that it's being used is going to clarify exactly what that outcome is. So repetition is also the way that you convince the mind. The subconscious mind is specifically impacted by the repetition of a practice, building up a habit, which can take up to 21 days typically. That is scientifically proven. The repetition is how you create the outcome that you want, because your mind needs to be convinced. The conscious mind and the subconscious mind need the repetition of your affirmation and that wording to really take it in and really, absorb the information and start to actually believe it as a fact. And the way in which you would change an affirmation, now that we know the power of repetition and how an affirmation actually holds any power, which is through that repetition, you shouldn't be changing your affirmations or switching through them really frequently unless your actual end result and desire and goal has changed. So that is the only time that you should consider or actually take action to start again, start fresh, or completely reword, what you've been focusing on, what you're telling yourself you have right now, or through revision affirmations. But whatever it is, the end result that you're creating, don't change your affirmation unless it's because your actual desire and end goal has shifted. So another way in which you can change your wording is if it's just, a synonym, if it's just slightly changing it, for example, perfect, you're changing the word perfect to amazing or flawless. Those are relatively considered synonyms. They don't really change the meaning that much. So it would be kind of like saying, oh, this amazing thing is happening in my life, this wonderful thing is happening in my life. They more or less mean the same thing. So if to you that definition doesn't shift and it doesn't actually mean a completely different outcome, you can use synonyms. You can change the structure of the words. For example, if you had a longer affirmation like, my life is amazing, prosperous and wonderful, you could say, my life is wonderful, prosperous and amazing. You know what I mean? So little shifts here and there that aren't actually changing anything, totally fine, not an issue to change that around. But when it comes to saying, for example, I work in my dream career in marketing, but then you've actually decided something different, or you realize, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be saying that. Maybe, because someone else said this, or I've had this epiphany, I'm now going to say, I work in sales. I'm at the top of my career in sales. Okay, those are kind of similar, but they're not the same thing, right? So, or even like finance, that's you completely changing it. So don't go back and forth, get really particular and specific. This is what I'm creating, this is my desired end result, and this is what I'm going to focus on. And then try your best to stick to that affirmation. Having said that, of course, I'm not saying you have to follow through to an end goal. If you're not happy with it, if you've, like I said, changed your mind and decided something else and you have a completely different desire and goal in life, then you can change the affirmation. So I have a couple quotes I'm going to read out from Florence Scovel Shinn, who is a wonderful, relatively original teacher of law of assumption. She really was, in my opinion, one of the pioneers of discussing this. She has a lot of great books, so I'm going to pick out 2 specific quotes that tie into why repetition of an affirmation is so key. She says, "Make this a habit," in reference to repeating your affirmations, "and one will see wonders and miracles come into his life." So making a habit means obviously to repeat it. A habit is something that you habitually and repetitively do, right? That's basically a simplified definition of it. So by doing that, that's how you'll see those shifts come in. Saying an affirmation once and then changing it every single day, you're not really going to create any lasting difference. So another quote tying into this, Florence has also stated, you must form the habit of living in the 4th dimension, which might sound a little witchy-woo, but it's really not that crazy. It's really tying into scientific references as well here, but basically you must get a habit of, as Neville Goddard would say, living in the imagined state. So bypassing your physical, external circumstances in your life and going straight to the end result, living mentally in that end result, focusing on it, visualizing it, and repeating it, forming a habit of doing this. Having said that, affirmations should absolutely be a simple concept. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't think there's millions of rules that you have to follow or you have to do exactly what everyone else has affirmed. You absolutely don't. I do have a video actually that talks about how to structure your affirmations and how to go about this. So if you want more of an in-depth step-by-step guide on doing that, then please do just type that in on my channel. There's a search bar right at the top. You can find tons of affirmation-based videos. But essentially it is a simple process. You don't need to overcomplicate it or think you have to do a million different things to get it right. There's a really simple approach to it. So don't panic, just keep telling yourself and acknowledging it is actually very simple when it comes down to, the bare bones of what an affirmation should be. Basically what you need to do with the affirmations is keep repeating it every single day until you start to see those shifts come in internally and in your physical reality, because that's how you know it's working, and that's how you know you have more confidence, it's worked, the results are coming in, you're feeling the effects, you're seeing the effects, you're starting to believe it and get these amazing surprises and shocks come in, like, oh my gosh, this movement is actually happening. My manifestation is actually coming together. Look at all these amazing changes coming into my life or in my mind, whatever form it may take. So you just need to keep repeating it every single day, building it up, and those changes are going to come in. And finally, remember that manifestation is objective. It's not that it works for one person but not another. It's something that everyone can practice no matter what. So that covers today's video about how to use affirmations repetitively and why you need to stay consistent with them once you have an end goal in mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you next time.